What up? I'm probably gonna run out of daylight here, but we're gonna install a light bar on the Ranger. And if I run out of daylight, we'll finish it in the morning and we'll add in the high lift control arms in the front. But let's get started. Basically, I'm gonna have to drill 3 holes on each side with 3/16 drill bit and get these brackets up on here like so. Once I do that, all the mounting hardware, wiring I'll probably leave for tomorrow. Maybe we'll see how far I get here and how we get this mounted. So first things first, 3/16 drill bit measured down from this other bracket right there. They almost line right up. So let me get to that since I can't hold the camera and do this at the same time, and then I'll show you where I'm at. So yeah, you're gonna drill the holes, pop rivet these on. I get the center one in, got to tighten these last 2 down, and that's that. Rinse and repeat for the other side here. Doesn't look like too horrible of a job so far, so let's see where we're at. All right, I got both the brackets up here. I only got 1 rivet in that one right now because I'm gonna play the game of making sure everything's aligned. So you gotta put these little things on the ends like so, these, and you just pop them in, screw them in, and then we'll hang them with the 2 screws up there. And then I'm probably gonna have to drill a small hole to run the wiring in the windshield, but that is no big deal. So let me get to it. So now we got it all mounted up, all that good stuff. I don't know how well I like it. I might be able to just get over the windshield right here and not mess around with it, because but I think I'm gonna install the switch right here, which is the fun part, a razor blade in the dash. So we're not gonna mess this up. And then this gives me a deal to hook it up to the battery. Not gonna do that. I'm gonna actually hook it to under here, because I've got GM weather pack connectors, and I'm gonna actually hook it into the power bus and just put the relay right here. Call it a day, and then run the wiring right through the grommet right there. That way it's on with the key. They shut off with the key. They don't get left on. It's the smartest way to do it. Then you don't have a dead battery because you're drunk or something and left the lights on. So let me get this hole cut and we'll get the switch in. Okay, hole is cut. So now I gotta feed these wires through, and I mean, it's pretty simple. I'll have the dashboard apart shortly here, probably in the morning. It's getting dark fast, so I'm just gonna feed these in here like so. Make sure my switch is the right side up, because yeah, so just like that. I don't know how well you can see. And then we're just gonna stuff this switch in there, and just like that, done, right next to the headlight switch. And then to make it street legal and stuff, we can do a horn and stuff. You can do a horn there, and whatever else, to backup lights, because I want to kind of keep these open for other things, because there's only 2 more left. So that's that. I'm gonna run those other wires through, and then these pop out with a couple push clips here, and then you can run all the wiring through. I can reach my arm through and grab that wiring. Let me get to it here. All right, anyways, I got the wires ran, and I don't know how well you can see. It's kind of dark in here. Well, I guess I could turn the light on. So I got them ran up underneath the roof, and then I'm going to weather pack connect these, and then come through this hole right here that you probably can't see, and then run it down this channel, and then right down the weather stripping into the dash, where there's a hole right here, and then they're hooked up. Pretty simple install for the most part. Nothing crazy. Like I said, just run wires down so they're not really bad looking, I guess. I've got little push lock connectors that'll go in here, zip tie, it'll hold that, and it'll look good. And yeah, I just pulled the seal out a little bit while I was doing that, but for the most part, like I said, you just run them through that boot right there. Now I've got the relay and stuff in here. Probably mount it right there. Weather pack connect to this last one since it's right there, and everything will come on with the ignition switch. And yeah, that's it. And then you got your light bar. Not too bad of an install. I don't know how much of a fan I am of it. It's kind of how it looks from the side, stuff like that, but extra light's never a bad thing either way. So there it is. I'll finish this install up tomorrow, show you the weather pack connectors and stuff like that, and we'll get this done and then probably start on the control arms. All right, so it's the next day. I'm in the Ranger and we're gonna do the wiring here for this light bar. So anyways, get yourself one of these, makes life easy. And then you're just gonna put them under here, pop the clips up, and then pull them out. So this is going to access the wiring we ran in and all the dirt that's in my dash. So there's the light bar actual wiring and the wiring to the switch. Now I ran all that wiring in here from the switch, so now I gotta reach my arm down in here, and yeah, it's not too bad. You can just reach down in. I got my hand on it already, and I am pulling it through like so. So now that I film my finger, then you're just gonna clip these two ends together. That's done. Now we're gonna get underneath the hood and put the weather pack connector in and hook it to the power bus. Now there's 3 wires. I got to double check on the switch. One of them is to illuminate it, which will slowly kill your battery. So we're going to hook that into the power bus too for the ignition on. I'll show you how to do that. Let me get this plugged in and stuff, and we'll go from there. Well, I've got the wrong size connector for now, so I'm going to have to get some of those ordered. So we'll revisit this. Basically, ground, power, constant, and ignition on, which basically you would clip this wire right out of here, which is the illumination for the switch, and then hook that to the center on there. So for now, until I order the new deal, I'm just gonna ring terminal this here and the ground, and the light bar is pretty much hooked up. Other than that, which I will be putting a weather pack connector on. So let me get to this now. All right, so for our initial test run here, until I get those connectors, they give you these giant terminals on here, and I'm gonna ground it right here and power it from the main power set off the battery right there. Well, I'm gonna need that size instead, so I'm gonna cut these off, get them on, and power's all hooked up for the most part. So let me get to it. So you want to make sure you mount the relay up and down so it doesn't get full of water and stop working either way. So keep that mounted like that. Zip tie everything up nice so you don't end up with a rat's nest and a disaster at hand. Same thing goes for in here. Zip tie all your wires up and make sure they're good. Now the issue, like I said, without having that power strip hooked up with the ignition and the wire that I was talking about. So this prong right here, if you flip it upside down, is the one that lights up. Now the problem is with these kits, they hook directly to the battery. So what happens is this will stay lit up all the time when the machine's off, everything. It will drain your battery. So if you have to hook it up like I have right at this moment, you want to unhook this spade, or you'll end up with a dead battery. And like I said, after when we go to do the power strip, we're going to run a wire to this, and it's going to turn on and off with the ignition switch, and that'll alleviate your dead battery issue. So basically, just going to set this back on here. Slides in as I film the seat because I'm looking at what I'm doing. All right, and then you're going to put your 2 push clips back in. I'm going to slide this back in, and we're golden for the most part. Just lock this back in, which there's plenty of room, so you can get your arms and hands and everything else in there to without having to rip everything apart. So let's see. On, off, simple. All right, so I'm gonna put this back together, and then once it gets dark out, we'll take it for a little spin in the trails and see how bright this light bar actually is. All right, well, it's dark out now. Excuse my window because it's kind of dirty, but anyways, so this is about as dark as it is. This is with the regular low beams, high beams, and we'll turn the light bar on now. So I just turn the headlights off all the way. So it definitely does what's stated. I mean, I can see now, that's for sure. And anybody that puts one of these on is definitely going to be able to see too. So, I mean, I guess it's worth it. I wasn't really a fan of how it looked on the machine at first, but it'll do. I mean, I can definitely see now. And I didn't have very dim headlights to begin with. I mean, these are BeamTech LEDs, but they're very linear, you know, the pattern. So, yeah, definitely worth it. I mean, not an issue whatsoever seeing. This would probably be blinding. Yeah, so all right, guys, hope that helps some of you guys out. We'll get to the wiring a little more. The video was already a little long, so I'll do the control arms, the forward lift control arms in the next video. I don't know how well you can see me, but yeah, we'll do the A-arms in the next video, stuff like that. So thanks for watching. Hope it helped you guys out. Peace out.